Hello, my name's Dave Suckling and you're watching another episode of Fresh Off the Press English. Today we're talking about babies. It's Wednesday the 18th of July 2018. The news is from theguardian.co.uk and the news is basically some scientists have been given the go-ahead, have been told it's okay to start doing tests on changing the DNA of babies so that we can make better people. Let's look at the headline. Genetically modified babies given go-ahead by UK Ethics Board. Genetically modified babies given go-ahead by UK Ethics Board. Genetically modified. Genetically modified. Now, if something is genetically modified, it means we've changed its DNA. We have changed the DNA of the thing. It could be an animal, could be a plant, could be a person. It's genetically modified. Given go-ahead. Given go-ahead. Go-ahead means go on. You can do it. Go ahead. No problem. Go ahead. So if something is given the go-ahead, it means it's been told they can do it. It's okay. Go ahead. No problem. You can do it. Given the go-ahead. The creation of babies whose DNA has been altered to give them what parents perceive to be the best chances in life has received a cautious green light in a landmark report from a leading UK ethics body. Altered. Altered. To alter something is to change it. Just to change something. To alter something. Usually maybe a small amount. I've altered it. I've changed it a little bit. Green light. Green light. Again, similar to the previous word, given the go-ahead. Given the green light means they've said, you can do it. Go ahead. It's okay. Do it. Landmark. Landmark. Now, if something landmark, it means it's very important. It's a landmark. It's the first, or it's very important. Landmark. Ethics body. Now, here's a word for you. Ethics. Now, ethics basically is talking about what we believe is good and bad, right and wrong. This is ethics. Ethics body, a body just means a group of people who talk about ethics, a group of people responsible for deciding what is right and wrong, good and bad. Ethics. While the laws in the UK and some other countries currently ban the creation of genetically altered babies, ban. If something is banned, it means it's not allowed. It's banned. It's banned. Smoking is banned. It's not allowed. A handful of experiments around the world have shown that DNA editing could, in principle, prevent children from inheriting serious diseases caused by faulty genes. A handful. A handful literally means a few. Maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 or 7. A handful means a few, not many. A handful. Inheriting. Inheriting. If you inherit something, it comes from your parents. You inherit it from your parents. Inheriting something. Inherit. Faulty genes. Faulty genes. Faulty means broken, or there's something wrong with it. It's not working properly. Faulty. If something is faulty, it means it's not working properly. There's a problem with it. Genes. Your DNA. Your genes are what make you who you are. Your DNA. Your genes. The prospect of modifying genes in human embryos has long been controversial. Prospect. Prospect means chance, opportunity. Here we're sort of talking about an idea, the idea of modifying genes, thinking about it. In human embryos, embryos meaning babies before they're babies, basically. It's a baby, but it's not a baby. It's a very, very like 2, 3, 4, 5 days old baby. Not a baby yet. It's an embryo. Embryo has long been controversial. If something is controversial, it means people can't agree about it. Some people think it's okay. Some people think it's not okay. It's controversial. People have different opinions about it. It's controversial. DNA editing also raises the possibility of designer babies, where the genetic code of embryos created through standard IVF is rewritten so that children have traits the parents find desirable. Designer babies. A designer baby is the term we use to describe the future, maybe, when we will be able to design our babies. We can decide how we want them to look, what personality we want them to have, whether they are clever or whether they are sporty. We can design our babies. Designer babies. IVF. Now, IVF is when normally if a man and a woman can't make a baby, they will take the woman's eggs out and they will make a baby outside of the woman first to make it easier, and then put it back into the woman. We call that IVF. IVF. Traits. Traits, different traits. Your eye color, your hair color, your height, your weight. Are you a positive or a negative person? Happy or sad? Trustworthy. These are all different traits, different things that make you who you are. Your personality traits, meaning are you good or bad, happy or sad, funny or angry. Personality traits. And then we have physical traits. How you look, your hair color, your eye color, your height. These are physical traits. So it's a very interesting story, very complicated story. I'm sorry if some of you don't understand it. Watch the video again. Hopefully I can explain it to you. It's basically about designing babies, and I think most people agree that we shouldn't change nature too much. We all fear nature, really. We all think it's a dangerous thing. We fear what we don't know. But to be honest with you, I don't know, and I don't fear what I don't know, so maybe it's a good idea, maybe it's a bad idea, I'm not sure. You let me know what you think. I hope I can see you tomorrow for another video about news from around the world, and otherwise you have a good evening and a good night. Bye bye.